Guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to my channel. So guys, we are witnessing yet another devastating tragedy just days after the Azerbaijan Airlines flight J2243, which crashed at Aktau in Kazakhstan, later revealed that it was a Russian air defense system shot down the Azeri jet. But now we are going to South Korea, this time involving Jeju Air Flight 7C2216, which is a Boeing 737-800, which was bound from Bangkok, Thailand to Muam International Airport in South Korea, carrying 175 passengers and 6 crew members on board. So now let's get into the sequence of events, what actually happened to Jeju Air Flight 7C2216. So without further ado, let's get started this video right away. Alright guys, so as you can see on my screen, so this is the Jeju Air's Boeing 737-800 registered as Hotel Lima 8088. So it is powered by two CFM56 7B26 engines with a thrust range between 26,000 to 28,000 pounds of force. So its MSN registration is 37541 and its airframe age is over 15.5 years old. So speaking about the airline profile of Jeju Air, so Jeju Air was founded in 2005 and it was used as a low-cost budget airline and operating more on domestic operations, but also used for expanding international destinations also with the likes of Japan, China, Taiwan, Vietnam and Philippines. So currently Jeju Air has a fleet of 38 Boeing 737-800s. So among this airframe, Hotel Lima 8088, this 737-800 was previously operated by Ryanair on September 2009 and used for commercial operations until in 2016. So later in February 2017, Jeju Air has acquired this airframe Hotel Lima 8088 for commercial operations until now what happened today at Muam International Airport in South Korea. So speaking about the passenger profiles involved in this today's incident, so according to the media reports, it is now confirmed that there were 175 passengers and 6 crew members on board, and they also released the nationalities as well. So based on the media reports, it was confirmed that 173 are South Korean nationals and 2 passengers are from Thai nationals. So alright guys, so now let's get into a sequence of events, what exactly happened to Jeju Air Flight 7C2216. Alright guys, so as you can see on my screen, so this is the flight radar 24 data of Jeju Air Flight 7C2216 bound from Bangkok Suvarnabhumi International Airport to Muan International Airport in South Korea. So alright, so let's start with the sequence of the flight. So according to 711 UTC, so let's zoom in towards Thailand right here. So Jeju Air Flight 7C2216 carrying 175 passengers with 6 crew members departed at Bangkok Suvarnabhumi Airport at 7:11 p.m. UTC. And if you can see on this graph here, so initial climb shows good. First half it looks normally, no issues right here. Then again heading towards to the South China Sea right here in the mid-flight. Again, the flight is maintaining at the targeted altitude at 37,000 feet with 492 knots. So overall, from the first half and its mid-flight also looks normal, and then entering into Taiwan's airspace also same altitude they are cruising in, and until they're reaching towards the South Korean airspace, which is right here. So this is the exact spot we are going to look here. So again here also no issues from the FR24 data as of my understanding right here. So there are also new reports just now released from the Transport Ministry stating that at 8:57 a.m. as they were nearing towards to Muan International Airport, the ATC has warned the Jeju Air Flight 7C2216 that there is a possible bird strike near to the airport. So at that exact moment, the right engine of Jeju Air 737 suffered a bird strike, and in fact there is also a picture released by one of the media officials showing that the right engine catching fire. And then afterwards just meters to the runway. Here we unfortunately don't have this ADS-B data here. So the FR24 is still trying to get the raw data of the ADS-B exactly at here what happened. And also, fortunately, we also have a footage from one of the eyewitnesses accounts who captured the final moments of the Jeju Air Flight 7C2216 while attempting to make landing at Muan International Airport in South Korea. So before we proceed to the footage, I'd like to advise to all viewers that the following video contains a graphic imagery. So it may sound distressing to some of the viewers while watching the footage. So viewer discretion is advised in this context. So without further ado, let's get into the footage right away. Alright guys, so as you can see on my screen, so this is one of the eyewitnesses footage released during the emergency landing of Jeju Air Flight 7C2216 at Muan International Airport after this aircraft encountered a bird strike. So let's play this footage right away. So immediately you may notice that the plane has made a belly landing and it is moving at a very fast pace. That is very shocking to see. Let's pause this video and just a bit rewind it. Let's see what's happening here. So it looks like the front landing gear is partially retracted and the main landing gear isn't retracted at all. So it looks like after the bird strike, the plane also encountered a malfunction in the main landing gear systems. So could it be a hydraulic leaks in the 737? Well, again, I cannot say at the moment because ultimately it's up to the investigation team to verify the cause of the crash. And look at the scale of the CFM56 engines while scraping on the runway. One of the engine cowlings has suffered a severe damage here. At that particular rate of speed, even pilots also trying to push the yoke up just to reduce the drag of that speed while it was cruising in towards the end of the runway, and ultimately it didn't work. So it was cruising on, it veered off the runway and slammed into the concrete barriers. I mean, the scale of the destruction is absolutely speechless and very shocking to imagine at that particular moment. But if I can show you that exact clip here, at this particular rate of speed of this belly landing, I have never seen like this belly landing at a very fast rate. So one interesting thing that reminds me of the famous belly landing incident was the Polish Airlines Flight 16 while suffered a hydraulic leaks on one of the landing gear systems. So they declared a mayday signal at Warsaw Airport indicating that they lost hydraulics for the landing gears and they can't retract it. So what the Warsaw Airport did innovatively, that they deploy firefighters trying to add more amounts of foam onto the runway. So the moment when the plane lands on the runway, so it will prevent any risk of fire from one of the engines while landing on the tarmac due to massive scraping at that particular speed. Right, so this flight 16 of Polish Airlines is a Boeing 767, right? So the moment when this plane landed, there was indeed an initial scraping happened on the right engine, but ultimately it came to a halt because they were making a very slow approach just to prevent any risk of catching fire on one of those engines and also to the landing gear, which actually failed. So that is also a part of a risk. So the pilots here, they also did the same, pulling the nose up just to reduce the drag. So I think that is a huge effort that they tried to prevent this accident. But ultimately at that particular fast rate, well, honestly speaking, this was indeed a very fast landing. I mean, the fastest belly landing I have never ever seen like this. It's not even stopping. I mean, they're just cruising in and then slamming into the barriers is it's unbelievable once again, guys. So that's the reason I felt that this is indeed one of the deadliest air accidents I have never seen in South Korean aviation history. So now, according to the media reports, it was now confirmed that out of 181 passengers, only 2 passengers miraculously survived this horrific crash. Now, what they reported, according to firefighters, that these two survived passengers, they were sitting at the back of the 737. So ultimately, they've taken them to the paramedics, and now, just now, we got the update that both black boxes of flight data recorder and voice recorders were recovered from the crash site. So the investigation has begun with an immediate effect to what extent is the cause of the crash. So like I said, guys, when we watched the footage, it was very clearly shown that the scale of that incident is so unimaginable. And once again, I want to pay my deepest condolences to those passengers who were deceased in this very, very unfortunate accident at Muam International Airport in South Korea. And also, I would like to wish those two survivors with a very speedy recovery. I think it is indeed a miraculous moment, but it is a very sad moment in aviation industry, witnessing multiple crashes in this year. So I think just days after the Azerbaijan crash, now this another accident of Jeju Air is yet another reminder of how much safety is well needed. So I think this is a wake-up call for the aviation industry to understand what exactly the cause of the incidents building up throughout the aviation industry, not only in South Korea, not only in Azerbaijan, but all over incidents, whatever is happening around the world. So there must be a proper regulations to be strictly adopted, so to ensure that more lives can be saved, and also ensuring that proper protocols to be adopted when it comes from maintenance and also from manufacturing aspects also of any airplanes, whatever they build. Alright guys, so this is my take on the sequence of events, what happened to Jeju Air Flight 7C2216. So we will see what the investigation will take up to the lead, and what will be its preliminary findings, and also what will be the final report also to be coming up. So we will look forward for that as well. So that's it guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and please like and subscribe to my channel, and we will see you in the next one. Until then guys, fast flights and soft landings to you.